everybody, welcome to another review. This morning I'm going to test something new and exciting. It's going to be a new version of an Android security suite. Now, as some of you may know or may not know, excuse me while I adjust some of the sizing here, um, I, I did some tests not that long ago on some of the more popular Android security suites out there. And you can check them out on my channel. I got a bunch of videos. I think I tested like Bitdefender, Dr. Web, a bunch of them. And, you can see how those guys did. Well, today I'm going to show you guys a brand new security suite. It's still in beta, so, there could be bugs and stuff. I have it on my Android phone to test it out. But it's a new one that was just released by Comodo. So if you go to m.comodo.com on your phone, you can download a trial for it. So this is what I just went to this in the web browser. You can see what it shows here, and there's some little graphics and stuff here that aren't showing up in the web browser. That's no big deal. You can do a free download .apk, download it, install it, and check it out. So I have the emulator installed here on a Sony Ericsson. Let's move this to the center a little bit. So I installed it, and if you click on the Programs button, this is what the icon looks like. You can open it up, and this Sony Ericsson is emulating 2.3.3. So this is like the home page. You have a home page button down here and a utilities button here. On the homepage button, each one of these can be clicked. You can do a health check. So if you hit like Process Manager, now this might be a little bit slow to respond because it is emulated, so it doesn't work as fast as it does on your phone. It's pretty fast on the phone. There is a little bit of a lag, at least on my phone, but it is a beta, so hopefully they'll sort it out as time goes by. So this is your process manager. Here you can select different things and kill them by hitting this button up here, so you can select different processes. Your software manager here gives you space available on your SD card, system space available, and some of the apps that you have installed. You also have App Protector here. I guess you can, if you put in a password, let's put a password here. Alright. Just put something generic like ABCDE. So now you can, these are your different apps and stuff. I guess I'm not 100% sure what this does yet, but I have a feeling you can, when you turn it on, basically it will keep these apps from being able to be uninstalled if you don't, unless you have the password. So like the system files and the apps, you really can't do. You can't uninstall unless you root your phone. But let's say you have apps that you downloaded and you don't want them to be removed. You can protect them here. So that's nice. Especially if you have like kids or something and you want to install some kind of app that keeps does something like keeps them from texting if the phone is going faster than a certain speed or something like that. They can't remove it without the password. You have call and SMS blocking. So you can, these are the messages that would be blocked, and if you click you can go to calls. You can set up a blacklist, so you can add whatever you want. Numbers. You can set up a whitelist, so these will always get through. Or you can block keywords. So if you're sending a text message, if there's certain keywords that you don't ever want to show up, you can set them up in there. And then if you get any text message with those keywords, it'll be blocked. And then you have private space. So these are messages or private phone calls or contacts that will only be available through here. I think that's what it is. Basically, nobody has access to these other than the person who has the password. So if, let's say, somebody sends you a text message and you don't want anybody else to see it, this could be bad. But I just thought of a bad way for this to be used. But or a private or a phone call and you missed it, it would go straight into here, and nobody could see it. So you could have private contacts in here too. So if you had a contact, you hit it private and it'll go in here. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'll test that separately later on just to see how it works. And if you go to utilities, you go to the antivirus, you can scan now, you can check for updates. This might take a little bit. It's really fast on my system, but on my phone, on my real phone. That's weird, because the internet works on it. Well, that's checking again. Let me double check, make sure it works in real life right now. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with their servers. Because if there would be, that'd be really bad. Because I can surf on Google through the Android, but I couldn't get to the Comodo website. Yeah, see, it works on my phone. So this must be some problem with the emulator. Then you have, your other normal apps. You have your process manager. Once again, same thing, just a different way to get to it. Software manager, blocking private space. You can schedule tasks. So if you click the add here, we'll do scan. Task name scan, automatically run. You can say yes. Select actions. So what do you want it to do? Enter flight mode, leave flight mode, AV scan. I'm sure they'll get more and more tasks, but we'll say antivirus scan. You can schedule whenever you want it to run, and it'll just let's say 8 a.m. So every 8 a.m. it'll run this task. Pretty simple, right? You can then turn them on or off. You can go to settings here. Security service, you can turn on and off the icon. You can turn off any of the features. Database, version 1. It is the newest database. Now it worked. So there you go. And this is a version of the software. So that's it really, all it is. If you run a health check here, if you click on it, so you can see it checks to make sure if you have some stuff, some settings that aren't safe, it'll tell you right here. I'm going to leave these on, but normally you wouldn't want to leave these on. You will, when you install this, want to have unknown apps turned on because it's not yet available on the Android market, and without this you can't install the Comodo one. So you'll go to where are they? go to settings. Each phone's a little different, but it's going to be in there somewhere. And you'll go to like applications, and then make sure unknown sources is selected before you try to install Comodo, because it won't work. It won't install without that. And I think that's really all there is when it comes to that. So now we're going to try the see how it works, see how it detects the security. So in the platform tools folder, I did the same thing last time when I had these. I have my 22 pieces of malware. Now some of these are repeat, but I don't remember which one. I think number 11 is a repeat. That's okay. We'll run the install malware script that I made up last time. Basically it just runs these commands one after the other, and then we'll watch to see how everything works out. So you just double click it and you wait. Not much you can do here. You just watch it and we'll see what kind of reactions we get from Comodo. Now some of these security software automatically uninstalls the piece of malware. Some of them ask you to uninstall it. I don't know how good the signatures are right now for Comodo, and I guess we'll see. Now because this is still a beta, I will give them, okay, that one says it's safe. That's not good. Safe. Safe. None of these are safe, I know that. Well, that's not good. We'll double check these again in the, I'll grab, well, while this is working in the background, well, I'm not going to touch it right now, but once this is done, we'll do a scan, of course, with Comodo and see what it does, and then we'll double check all these APK files in VirusTotal, see if any of the detections have changed since last time. So we'll see how well they're detected in VirusTotal, and then we'll see how many of them are detected. Okay, so I found one so far. So we're at number 10. I think there's going to be 21 in total, and we'll use that as our base because that one that is going to be doubled. Now the problem why this is going so slow is because some of these are larger, some of them are much smaller. Some of them are 5 megabytes, like number 10 here. Is 6 megs. So that one, and it's fairly slow here. You can see 200K, 114K. It's very slow going. Okay, found two dangerous apps. Now I'm not sure exactly 100% how, if it's got signatures um, on the phone or if it's all in the cloud. Now I know the people at Comodo who were designing this were the same people who were designing Valkyrie, which is a online in the cloud file analysis, which checks out files and can determine if they're malware or safe. And that service was working pretty well. So I don't know if they might not have a module yet for Android malware in there. So maybe that's why some of these it's only relying on signatures. I'm not sure. But oh, I'm out of space. That's not good. 16 and on. Wasn't sure how much space to give it, so I gave it like 50 megs. So we're going to have to do 16, 17, 18 again. So let me kill this script. From 16 on, we're going to do it again. But now let's see. Let's go to, you can see there's a bunch of stuff here. Let's go to utilities, go to the antivirus, and we will scan. So found two viruses out of what we had. So you can select. Alright, so two so far. Let me go to apps, and I'm going to install some of these manually because I don't have any more space, which stinks. You know what? Let me turn it off here, and I just locked it. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to see if I can give it more space. Come on. Alright, so let's see here. Nope. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create more space here for it. I'm going to pause the video, and it should run that whole script completely. So then when we go in there, you know, I'm going to edit that script and only run from 16 on. So we know that from 15 up it only found 2. So we're going to get rid of all of these. So I'm going to start it up again, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it restarted here, and it looks like I didn't lose any of the apps that I installed, so that's good. You can see all the malware and junk is still there. So now we're just going to run the last pieces of malware. From 16 on. I don't know if you guys want to skip through this. You can skip through it, but I'd rather show everybody everything. I know it takes time and it's kind of boring to watch it, but hey, you can. I'll probably just speed this time up. Couple more to go. There's no way I'm out of space. I tripled the space. Might be out of space on the system itself, not in the SD card. They gave it 200 megs on the SD card. If that's the problem, we'll delete some stuff and go back and. Okay, so the last two didn't install. That's all right. We'll see first if it found anything else. We'll do another scan here. While that's scanning, I want to show you guys that Valkyrie. And we'll upload an APK to it and we'll see what it does. So the guys who built this are the same ones who built the, let's see, didn't find anything else. So let's go to Software Manager here. Alright, the same guys who built that, built this. So we're going to uninstall some of these just to give us a little more space to uninstall, or to install the last two. So let's, yeah, there's the problem. The system memory has is gone. I gotta figure out how to upgrade that. Let's try uploading some of these and see what happens. This is an automated analysis system that they came up with. See if the APK even works in it. Maybe it doesn't work yet. Alright, so I gave it a little bit more space. See what happens with the last two. Everything's going really slow because I'll show you here. The CPU is pretty much maxed out from the emulator and everything else. You can see the 80 tends to flop around a lot. So everything seems to be really slow. Looks like Valkyrie's not working too well right now. I guess not. We'll try it out on my desktop, on my real desktop. Okay, and it says that that one is safe also. Well, we know that's not good. And of course that last one didn't install because there's no space again. Alright. Well, uninstall one. We'll uninstall something else and something hopefully to give it some more space here. Let's uninstall this one. Well, that one didn't take up that much space. That's right. This one's 2 megs. Alright, let's run this last one. I know this review's getting really long, and I'll try to speed it up when I edit it. Alright, and it said that that one is safe also. Well, we know that's not entirely true. Alright, so now let's go and we'll do one more scan with Comodo, and then I'm going to uninstall it and I'm going to install Dr. Web, because that's the one in my testing that did very, very well. Yeah, I know, low on space. Alright, so now we'll go back and we'll uninstall Comodo. Criminy, I think I clicked on something. So instead of keeping you here, well, I'm just going to speed this up anyway. Alright, so Comodo is uninstalled, and we're going to install Dr. Web. This is an older version. Make sure that's the whole name. Yep. Alright, so Dr. Web installed. Turn on the security. Make sure it's fully updated. This is basically to show you that those are malware, and it's a lot easier for me to do it this way than uploading all these to VirusTotal. I guess I could do that too. It's not a huge deal. While that's downloading in the background, okay. It's gonna scan here. We'll do a quick scan. So this one should find 20. So Comodo found 2. Ah, I forgot. I can only do 5 at a time. So here's the funny thing. Some of these are, see, this one's detected. That one's detected by Comodo. Uh-oh. Got a weird error. So try again. So first couple are already detected. Let's try this again. Alright, we're going to do this from my system. There's a problem here, so hold on a sec. Alright guys, so seeing as there's a problem right now with Virus Total, for some odd reason it's not working again, what I did is I wanted to show you that Comodo has signatures for these. Just right now it's not working for the app. So I put all 22 malware in there, and I did a right-click context scan with the Internet Security Suite for Windows. So if you hit results here, you can see it finds some of them as malware, exploits, malware. They're all pretty much malware, identified as malware. So if we clean, we'll see how many are actually left over. None. So Comodo does have signatures for these, but there's a problem with getting them to work with, as of right now, it doesn't work with the Android suite. So what I did here is, seeing as I was having trouble with Dr. Web, I installed Bitdefender, and we'll see if it finds anything here. What it finds. It should find all of them. Okay, so now it's scanning, so let me pause. So you see that Bitdefender scans them, and then it actually shows you sending to cloud. Okay, so Bitdefender came back with the result. It found 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on here. This is going to be a pain. It found 14, which is interesting because it didn't find all of them, I suspect. The only annoying thing is with this is you have to, the way you click it, but that doesn't matter. We're not doing a review on Bitdefender. I already did that review. This was a review on Comodo. So you can see that the suite is out, but there's not a lot of continuity between the signatures that they do have, and the signatures are there, you saw that, and the program. So hopefully soon, maybe a new version will come out, or whatever they need to do to get the cloud lookup for the signatures working with the suite, and you'll be able to, they'll be able to detect them because you saw that the Internet Security Suite found them. So they just need to get that working, and should be working pretty well then. But as of right now, this is where it stands. So when they come out with maybe the final version, I'll do another review on it. So that's it. Thanks for hanging around for the long review, and I'll talk to everybody later.